Thursday looking like a rough day for some of you. We've got the Storm Prediction Center pushing out a higher risk of thunderstorms right here into eastern Ohio, northern West Virginia, at least the western lowlands of West Virginia, places like Huntington, all the way up the Ohio River close to Wheeling. And then we're looking at eastern Ohio down into parts of northern Kentucky. And I tell you, just because we don't see an enhanced area here, there's going to be a lot of wind shear. Also, watch these storms across the south. But I mean, look at this. The tornado risk certainly elevated right in here as our low moves by. So a lot of change of wind direction with height. So that increased shear with the thunderstorms moving through will cause tornadoes. And I tell you what, even though we just have a lower risk in these areas, it's not a zero chance. So I think you got to watch for isolated tornadoes through the mid-Atlantic and also across the south heading into Thursday. Let's take a look at the future radar. We'll move to the early morning hours now of Thursday. This is 3 a.m. Eastern. Now we're moving through the rush hour. So rain moving through places like Macon, Georgia, over to Savannah, north up towards Knoxville. And now we're seeing the rain also push into parts of the northeast. Here comes the line of storms that I think you have to watch. And also out ahead of that, there could be a few cells that go strong through the mid to late morning hours. And then this round of showers and storms, probably not the strongest, but I think you got to watch them moving through West Virginia. But if we get some sunshine here into Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky, look how the future radar trying to pick up on a few of these isolated cells here. So from Ohio down to Kentucky into Louisville, east to Lexington, and then these storms could get really strong as we move into the early evening hours. So 4, 5, 6 o'clock. That threat also, I think, does extend south into parts of Virginia and North Carolina. And then as we move through the evening hours toward the midnight hour, storms will likely start to weaken, but they'll still be going pretty good here from parts of western New York down into central Virginia. And then things do start to weaken as we move into a little bit more stable of an air mass here across the northeast. A lot of rain over the next couple of days too. Now let's talk about that wind shear. You can't ignore what's going on across the Carolinas either. If you get a thunderstorm to develop in this environment, with all of this rotation in the atmosphere, there could be a few tornadoes here as well. And look at the rain. At least the heavier band looks to be back here across Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and then, of course, across the south where we're getting those strong thunderstorms. And anywhere you see storms, we could see a heavy dump of rain. The storm that's causing all the severe weather moves toward the Great Lakes, this low getting stronger and stronger as we move toward Friday. A lot of wind around this system, too, and we'll see rain showers. Much cooler behind it, too, with the northwest flow developing, temperatures dropping below normal as we move into Saturday for the east. And then across the northeast, some of the higher elevations could see some snow. It doesn't look like a lot. And then we say goodbye to that system and hello to the next one, already moving into the west coast on Sunday, bringing some more rain and snow showers here. Moving ahead in time, Monday, I think, will be another severe weather day as this low kicks out into the plains. You get strong thunderstorms developing here. The Storm Prediction Center is already highlighting this area from Iowa all the way down to Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, even Arkansas and Missouri. The confidence growing here that you're starting to see some changes in what they're putting out as far as the severe weather product. Now, as far as temperatures go, again, below normal in the east, will also cool off across the west as our next storm moves in. But once that storm in the northeast moves out, we'll start to warm back up across most of the eastern U.S. A little cooler than average, though, I think, across the northwest and the Rockies as we head through Tuesday and then into Wednesday. But look how mild it's looking for the east. Spring finally feeling like it's arrived here. And then we're watching our next storm potentially bringing impacts next weekend. All right, that's all I got. See you next time.